Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, praise, and blessings to the Most High, His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Kadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the one-third remnant. Shalom to your brothers teaching truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, few sisters. This is the book of Tobit, chapter 1, verse 10. And when we were carried away captives to Nineveh, all my brethren and those that were of my kindred did eat of the bread of the Gentiles. But I kept myself from eating because I remember God with all my heart. You know, the bread of Gentiles, it goes into two different ways because it can literally be, eating abominable things. Let's grab this real quick. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I would drive them. It can be literally, defiled bread, because we don't know what the hell we eating. And we are scattered across the four corners of the earth among, Gentiles in this sense. Isn't like spiritual Gentiles, like in the New Testament. This is like literal Gentiles as in heathens. It's two different types of Gentiles. That's why people don't understand the scriptures. You got two different types of Gentiles. Going back over here, back to Tobit chapter 1, verse 10. All my brethren, those that were my kindred, they eat the bread of the Gentiles. But I kept myself from eating because I remember God with all my heart. That goes into doing the customs of the Gentiles that were around him in Nineveh. Whoever was ruling over him at that time, they probably set up different decrees. You probably couldn't worship the Lord. You probably couldn't keep the customs of, being a Hebrew Israelite. Probably couldn't. Probably made you work on the Sabbath. Probably made you eat abominable things. Probably didn't have no temples. Couldn't sacrifice to the Lord. You couldn't do things that you would normally do if you were in the land. But you had to do the things that they who ruled over the land wanted you to do. And you got several instances of that, especially in the Maccabees. It was unlawful for a woman to even circumcise her child. You got caught if you got caught circumcising your child, you and that child would be put to death, man. And I think in Tobit, you couldn't even bury no dead bodies. I think Tobit got chased because he was trying to bury dead bodies. If I can go find that, I'll find it. But I kept myself from eating because I remember the Lord with all my heart. And the Most High gave me grace and favor before it missed sinner. So that I was his purveyor. Yeah, man. That's what the Lord do. We remember the Lord with all our heart. And sometimes just staying for things, the Lord give us grace and favor. A lot of people, I know a lot of Jakes truly believe in their heart. Like when Jacob's trouble come, when terror on the earth comes, it's never seen before. People always say, you think you gonna eat no pork when ain't nothing else around? All you got is pork, and you ain't got nothing else to eat. You not gonna eat no pork? You stupid, man. You being over righteous. Like, nah, nigga. No. Fuck no. Why would you eat it now? If that's the case, you might as well eat it now. If you gonna do the things that are wicked in the eyes of the Lord, man, in the day of trouble, that's why Scripture say, "Make not haste in the time of trouble," man. If you gonna wait till all hell break loose to sin against the Lord, then what's the point? Some jakes, they really believe that, man. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. May not hasten in the time of trouble. That's what Tobit did. Tobit set his heart aright. He set his heart on Yahweh Shai and endured. He didn't eat the defiled bread. He kept himself from doing it. And in him doing that, he was rewarded, man. The Lord gave him a reward, showed him grace. So why the hell in the days of trouble will you revert back to your old man? because you ain't got nothing to eat. You better off fasting. You know, I'm pretty sure, like, so many instances. I remember Habakkuk, what did he feed? I think Habakkuk fed Daniel when he was in prison. He gave him dinner. You know, the angel grabbed Habakkuk's hair and teleported him really. So like, yeah, teleported him really. I mean, they moved so fast you could say it was super speed, but shit, you move fast enough without being seen and you pop up somewhere else, the same thing as teleportation. I think super speed and teleportation goes in hand, but what do I know? Set that heart right and constantly endure, make that haste in the time of trouble. So if you were to do something like that and when the time of trouble comes, bro, your heart was never in it, man. Your heart was never in it. There's really jakes out here that believe that shit, man. They will tell you, man, I don't know if JT come and my family's starving and all we got is pork. We just gonna have to eat the pork. And now the Lord say he gonna destroy those to eat the swine's flesh. Let's go grab that. Let's grab it. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 17. It's they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and abomination, and the mouth shall be consumed together. And that's when the Lord is coming to consume Babylon. Excuse me, Sly. This is when the Lord is coming to visit the earth and judge it. And you're going to be doing some shit like that. You're asking for it, man. He just said those who eat swine's flesh and abomination, you're doing it behind a tree. You're doing it in secrecy. I don't think there's no instance where the Lord wants us to sin just so we can live. I can't think. I really can't. For I know their works and their thoughts, it shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory, man. The Lord know your thoughts. He know what you're going to do and what you ain't going to do. He know how you really feel, man. That's why you showed Toby grace, because it was sincerity, man. You can't fake the funk with the Lord, man. So I do not say be ye lukewarm, I will heal you out my mouth. Revelation chapter 3, verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm, neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods, and I have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched, and miserable, and poor, and blind, and naked. And that goes to them celebrities, man. Really. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed. That's going to be us. And that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eyes safe, that thou mayest see. Yeah, that's us, man. That's the servants of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. We can try and fire that we may be purified. We can have that white remnant when we come into, our new bodies and our glory, that we may be clothed, and the shame of our nakedness do not appear, because the Lord gonna put it away. He put it away now, man. He hiding our nakedness now. He's doing these things now. He's trying us in the fire now. Our wretchedness is filthy rags, but we're being purified through Yahweh Shem Shah. And our eyes are anointed that we see. And we may see these things and prophesy. We know what's going on around the world. Shit getting bad. I think I had a dream of something happening. I don't know what it was. I don't remember. I think I was in a dream, and Russia declared something. It was like they did something, and it was just like it opened up a can of worms. Like Russia declared something, man. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I'm telling you, I just had a dream, and it was like, yeah, Russia just declared this, that, and the third. So now anybody can do anything. I forgot exactly the consequence of what it was, but I'll look it up real quick. But even that, receiving dreams. Receiving dreams. Y'all know, bro. But I know I had a dream. I just had it today. I woke up literally like 20 minutes ago. I woke up and did this lesson. But I'm telling you, Russia did something, man. I don't know if they passed a law or they declared something, bro. But I'm telling you, something about to happen with Russia. But that just goes to see that our eyes are clear. That just goes to see that our eyes are awake, even if the Lord giving us things, so we can say it before it happens, because we are servants of the Lord. And the prophesy means to say before. When these days come to pass, they shall know the prophet was among them. Same way Tobit was really a prophet. He was a servant of the Lord. Who was it that came down? What Tobit? What angel was with Tobit? Son Tobias. Angel was with Tobias. Was it Ralph? Yeah, it was Raphael. Yeah, it was Ralph. Yeah, man, even that. That goes to show you know how many people in these scriptures, how many servants of the Lord interact with angels, man? Not many. The only angel that never came down was Michael, man. Michael ain't never. I'm pretty sure Michael has never came down and interacted with humans, man. Raphael have, Uriel have, Gabriel have. Gabriel was the one that gave Yahweh name to Mary and Joseph. And then you got Uriel, he the one that taught the Edris in the wilderness. And Raphael's with Tobias. But these are all the benefits of the men of the Lord, man. That's how you know. And these things happen because Tobit didn't eat the five brothers among the Gentiles. And remember Yahweh Shah, that his whole house was saved, man. Moving to the saving of his house. Instead of driving them into evil. Let's go grab that and we'll end it off. And that's what we're doing, man. Lord willing, our house be saved. You know, I mean, the Lord gonna do what he wants to do regardless, but we have hope that Yahweh shall show mercy on us and our houses. We're not going to do what the other people do. We're not eating defiled bread, because that's going to destroy your house. It's the book of Hebrews chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, Noah being warned of God of things not seen as yet. Same thing with us, man. We've been warned of Yahweh Shah of things not seen yet. And these things are definitely here. We're seeing them slowly. From the elder apostles and men on down. From the things that was reported and you know, brought to light from decades ago, man, to now. Being moved with fear, prepare the ark to the saving of his house. And that's what we're doing. We're building a spiritual ark, man. All the men of the Lord are building a spiritual ark. By the which he condemned the world and became the heir of righteousness, which is by faith. And that's what we want. Yahweh Tazar. We all can condemn the world and become heirs. Joint heirs with Lord Yahweh Shah, man. That's the goal. Getting the hell out of here, you know. But more importantly, you know, Yahweh Shah receiving his glory and his name being magnified on the earth first and foremost. And then us being accepted. Us being accepted of Yahweh Shah, that we may be changed also. Lord, what this lesson was edifying. I just wanted to do something real quick. Until next time, Shalom.